Welcome to today's QuoteCenter training. Today we will be showing you an overview of Marketwatch, but before we delve into that, I just need to give you a brief disclaimer. Today's training is designed to instruct in some of the basics of QuoteCenter. We will provide some guidelines for using certain features within the software. However, nothing presented in this training is intended as, or should be construed to be, a recommendation to buy or sell any specific security. The information, software, and techniques presented today should only be used by investors who are aware of the risks inherent in trading. Equus shall have no liability for any investment decisions based on the use of their software, any trading strategies, or any information provided in connection with the company. Okay, so what is Marketwatch exactly? Well, Marketwatch is a dynamic monitor that allows you to watch a list of financial instruments as they are traded throughout the day. You can select many data items to monitor, including last sale, bid, ask, volume, and change for the day. You can combine an array of data items into a single template, and you can select from about 1,000 data items and click on any field to quickly rank the entire watch list. Each Marketwatch can handle up to 4,000 symbols. However, it should be noted that most accounts will be at a 500 symbol limit, which is upgradable to 1,000. In addition, you can import your own portfolios and database files and add headings to keep track of your securities by group or by industry. So we're going to go ahead and jump into QuoteCenter. And to quickly access a new Marketwatch, we just need to open up a new workspace. So we'll go to the File menu and choose New Blank Workspace. Once we have that blank workspace on our screen, just double-click on anywhere on that blank page. We should get an Add Display box that appears. We will then pick Marketwatch from the list on the left and click OK. And once you have the Marketwatch open, we can then insert symbols into the Marketwatch either manually, just by clicking on the symbol line we're interested in, typing in the symbol just with the keyboard, and pressing Enter once done. If a blank line is needed, or you want to position the securities in a different manner, you can just click on the symbol line you're interested in and press the Insert key on your keyboard to insert a row above that line. You can then also right-click, go down to the Symbol menu, and choose Insert to insert a row as well. Alternately, you can also load an entire list of symbols. QuoteCenter does ship with some lists for you. And you do that by right-clicking, going to Symbol List, and choosing Load. Then you can pick a list available to you here, such as the NASDAQ 100, and click OK. And as you should be able to see now, the Marketwatch is filling up with the 100 stocks of the NASDAQ 100. There is a similar option to loading a list. It's called Load Chain. And this actually provides access to predefined lists on our central servers, and these are updated as needed so that they are always current and corrected. And to do this, you simply right-click on the Marketwatch, go down to Load Chain, and there's two choices here. We have real-time rankings lists, and we'll go ahead and open that just so you can see what that looks like. And these are predefined lists that are stored on the servers but they're actually dynamically updating lists, meaning that the securities that are being tracked are not going to stay the same throughout the day. So we can go ahead and choose dollar gainers. And you can see up along the title bar of Marketwatch here, it actually has in parentheses dynamic list, meaning as dollar gainers change throughout the day, the securities that are in this list will also change to reflect that. The other option was the Central System Indices and Portfolios. And if we click on that, it actually brings up a search field where we can search by various types of symbol lists that we might think are available. For example, if we wanted to search for the NASDAQ 100, the one that ships with QuoteCenter may not have the most current listing of the symbols. So what you can do is search the server for the NASDAQ 100. Sometimes you may need to check this box that says description begins with. So if you don't get results the first time you search, if that's not checked, you may want to try checking that and then clicking search. And here we can see we found two matches. It looks like the bottom one would be the most appropriate. So we simply highlight that list and click OK. And it then populates the NASDAQ 100 into our Marketwatch. You can then save this to your hard drive by right-clicking in your Marketwatch, going to Symbol List, and choosing Save. We could then replace the NASDAQ 100 list that's already on our hard drive by highlighting it and clicking OK. We'll then replace the existing file. We'll choose Yes for that. And we now have a symbol list on the hard drive that should be fairly current for what's on the NASDAQ 100. We can also group securities with headings within Marketwatch. So let's go ahead and clear out this symbol list. So for example, if you want to watch securities with very specific groupings, for example, automotives, hotels, S&P groups, and various other ways that you can group these securities, you can create labels to separate these groups by doing the following. You simply click on the symbol line that you want to insert a header on, and you actually need to press the space bar on your keyboard first so it actually inserts a space. And then type in the desired heading you want, for example, auto, and press enter. You'll then notice that it actually colors the text a little bit differently in blue. So this is actually defining a header line, and then you could insert various auto-related stocks if you so chose. Okay, next we'll cover you can actually move the various columns of data within your Marketwatch here. And to do that, you just need to click on the column header you want to move. It then highlights that column, such as this company name column we've highlighted. You then need to left-click and hold the left mouse button, and then drag the column where you want that to appear. So for example, if we want the company name listed after percent change, we'll go ahead and release our mouse cursor right here. You can also see it puts a little red divider line down the Marketwatch window, and that's where it will actually insert this column. You can also adjust the column width of the various Marketwatch columns. For example, you'll notice there's a very short name that's listed in this column. If you want to get a longer name, or you just personally want a little more width for your actual values, you need to position the mouse cursor between the two fields, left-click the mouse, and then drag the mouse to the right. And we can see that actually by stretching the column further and further, we actually allow more room for a long description name, and Marketwatch will then display that long name. The other thing we'd like to just cover here, and let me go ahead and load a new list that will have some more symbols. We'll just go back to our NASDAQ 100. So if we want to do, for example, rank by the change for the day field, we can simply click on the column we want, and then you can actually double-click on that column. You'll see it puts a little triangle that's pointing up, indicating ascending. If you want descending, double-click again, and it ranks in the other direction. The next thing I'd like to show you is linking Marketwatch to other controls. Marketwatch can be used to feed symbols into other controls so that they are accessing information they provide for that specific symbol simply by double-clicking on the symbol within Marketwatch. So to set up such a link, we need to first do the following. One, we need to open additional controls to link to. So I'm sort of adjusting the space on the screen to make room. I'm then going to double-click in a blank space. And we'll go ahead and pick Athena, which is one of the charting controls within QuoteCenter. And we'll go ahead and pick a news watch as well. We can then go ahead and tile these controls by going to the Window menu and choosing Tile Controls. Sometimes it can be a little easier to arrange your screens with the splitter workspace as well. The way you do that is by defining the panes ahead of time, and then the actual controls will fill into those panes without having to size the windows. So for now, we'll just go ahead and work with the blank workspace. As you can see here, managing your screen real estate is fairly important. Okay, so we've now arranged the controls on our screen. To enable linking, we need to first click on this Toggle Visual Link Mode button, this chain button at the top of QuoteCenter. Once we've clicked on that, we need to move the mouse down to the control we want to link from, in this case, Marketwatch. We then need to left-click and hold the left mouse button down, and then drag the mouse cursor down to the control we want to link to. So in this case, I left-clicked and I dragged my mouse down to the Athena control. Then I'm going to release the mouse. And in this case, I get some choices. You won't always have different choices, but this is what type of a link you want to create. In this case, we want it to set it up so that whenever we double-click on a symbol, it brings that symbol up in Athena. So we'll go ahead and choose Chart the selected symbol and click OK. So now that link has been established. And we want to repeat that method for as many different controls that we want to link to. So, for example, we can go ahead and click the toggle link again. We can see that it actually shows us our existing link here. And we can do the same method to left-click and drag down to this News Watch control and release the mouse. We can see there's only one choice this time, a news symbol search. So we'll just go ahead and click OK. So now we've established two links from our Marketwatch. So for example, if I wanted to click on this Sears Holdings symbol in my Marketwatch, I'll just go ahead and double click now. We can see that we get some reactions from the other controls. In this case, in the Athena, it loaded a chart of Sears Holdings. And I'll go ahead and maximize this Newswatch for the moment so it's a little easier to see. And we can see that we have some news topics available regarding Sears Holdings. It's important to note that this screen is a static view, so once you have done a news search, this screen will no longer update real time. So if you want to get it back to your normal streaming news, you just simply right-click and choose Undo Search. And there's all sorts of other controls that you can link to, but those are just a couple examples that we'll be showing you today for the Marketwatch. So we do want to thank you very much for watching this brief demonstration of the linking ability, as well as the ranking, sorting, loading of symbols, and so forth. And we look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks again.